You're walking through the mall. JCPenney's having a sale. And you're about to buy this cute coat that your girlfriend told you about because it's on sale. But for some reason you can't make it to the store because you smell this smelly smell. What is that smell in the mall? I don't know. Today, I will be attempting to make pretzels. The key word here is attempting. So we'll see how it goes. As you probably already know, if you watched the first video, this is a channel where I will be attempting and most likely failing at making food. So if you've ever been to the mall, then you've probably had a pretzel from Auntie Anne's, and if you haven't, turn off this video, go to the freaking mall and get a pretzel because they're the best pretzels that you'll ever have in your life, bar none. And mine are not going to be that good. I'm going to be attempting to make pretzels without a recipe and with only a vague knowledge of how it's done. I know most of the ingredients, I think. A thing I know for sure is that a pretzel is basically just bread folded in a loop and with salt on top. That's what I think, but I'm probably wrong. What's the first step? I probably need another bowl. So I'm pretty sure we need flour. Not too sure about this, but I'm pretty sure that you put a little bit of sugar in at least. I don't really think of pretzels as being sweet, but I don't know. Bread is sugar or carbs. I think you also need baking soda. You definitely need salt. The question is it only on the top or is it actually in the dough too? I guess we'll find out. And then of course, kosher salt that you put on the top after it's all said and done. And if you eat your pretzels without salt on the top, like my brother Mike, you should move to a different planet because you're an alien. Also, I have, where is it? Water boiling, or it will be boiling. I'm not really sure why. I feel like a long time ago, I saw somebody put their pretzel in boiling water before they baked it. Which reminds me, I need to turn on the oven. So luckily for me, my parents' oven has a bread-proof mode. I always thought you put it in the fridge, which doesn't make sense because the bread-proof mode on the oven is 100 Fahrenheit. So one of those is wrong. We're gonna find out which one. I have no idea what temperature you're supposed to set the oven to. I put it to 425 because that seems, you know, on the upper range of what people usually bake things at. Let's get going. So, flour first. I feel like we need more. Looks good. Also, you need butter because if you don't put some warm creamy butter atop your golden pretzel, then it's not really a pretzel, it's just bread. The butter is what makes it. People put butter on bread too. What really makes a pretzel a pretzel? I guess this would be a good time to find out, but what next? The water is boiling and I don't need it yet. So here's the sugar, and I'm not even sure if sugar goes in pretzel dough. I think it does, but I'm just gonna put in a little because I don't know, when you eat a pretzel you don't really think sweet unless it's like a cinnamon pretzel. Yeah, I'm just gonna put in a little bit. What is the point of these? Okay. I don't even know how much of that got in the bowl. I feel like when people say to put a pinch of salt in something, people have different hand sizes. So like what if your fingers are the size of sausages? Then like your pinch is going to be different than someone else's pinch. So that just made it worse. So here's the part where I most likely screw everything up. I have the yeast. I have some water that is like lukewarm, and so I know you have to activate the yeast. But I'm beyond that, I'm not really sure. Not sure how long this part takes. It looks like curdled milk. Like curdled chocolate milk right now. Hopefully activation only takes a minute, because I'm just going to throw this in. We're going to see what happens. I think this was way too much water. Ooh, this is... Oh, it's sticky. Oh, no. Oh, this is gross. Just based on this, I don't know if you can see it. I'm assuming we need more flour. Safe for me, be safe for you. Literally like goopy as hell. So I'm just adding more flour in the hopes of that. Do. I've added so much more already. It was literally like goopy. Add more flour.
So hold this.
Yeah, it's still sticky.
Not as
It might just be what was already on it. The flour like is not even like adding at this point. 9 minutes later,
I'm dead.
I think I have a ball of dough that's, I mean, it's not sticking to my hands. So, although I'm gonna be honest with you, I did put about 4 more cups of flour in, just because I don't know anything about baking. As a novice, the first idea is that flour will make it more dry. So,
That's actually good.
I don't know how to make dough.
Yeah.
The question is,
when you throw the dough away, then you clean the pot.
that was beautiful.
I'm gonna flip it around.
I want to take this moment to tell everyone at home, if you think that those pretzels you get at like Walmart, you know, the ones that they sell at like Little League baseball games, that's not a pretzel. That's just a piece of bread with salt on it. I'm not saying mine's gonna be any better. I just wanted to, you know, tell everyone my elitist view on those. So anyway, we pour some salt onto the countertop. Salt. No, we pour some flour onto the countertop in order for the kneading of the dough. I think. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. The weather outside is pretzels. Cloudy with a Chance of Pretzels. That is a movie I could get behind. I think, or just a real life happening that I'd be okay with. I'm pretending this is my PE teacher from 3rd grade who told me that I couldn't do the 11th push-up. He was right, but screw him. I should just make this into one giant pretzel and just end the video there. Ooh, that's not a good sign. That's not how it's supposed to go. It's not supposed to rip like that. That's it. Just one big pretzel for the end of this. At this point, I think, is where you have to proof the dough. Or whatever the heck it... I feel like you put it in the fridge, but since the oven here has a proof mode, we're going to try that instead. See you in a bit. You know, I think the biggest lesson that can be taken away from food fails is sometimes in life you're not gonna have a recipe or, you know, directions. You're not gonna know how to do some things. So, you know, but I'm honestly just recording this part because I really don't want to clean up the mess that I've made so far. So when you proof dough, they say it's supposed to double in size. At least that's what I've heard. I think it honestly has. So I might give it a little bit longer and then take it out. So at this point, I'm pretty sure we do round 2 of kneading. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure once the dough has, you know, risen, proofed, whatever, that you want to take it out and roll it some more, knead it around before you turn it into the pretzel shape. This honestly looks like it would be really good for a pizza, like just like perfect.
Delle belle giocando in riposo, la cisette mattuccino d'amor.
Okay, but we're not making pizza, so. So I can tell that I did something wrong along the way, because at this point I think the dough is supposed to be a little bit more moist. It's not really supposed to rip apart like that when you stretch it. So that's worrisome. But we're gonna power through. Woo. I feel like an old man. I'm actually getting a little excited because, you know, it looks right, but what does that really mean? Dough is dough is dough. It could be made a million different ways. So I'm like expecting this Auntie Anne's quality pretzel, and I think I'm going to be disappointed, but only time will tell. Here's something I'm not 100% sure about. I don't know if a gourmet pretzel, which is totally not what this is supposed to be baked with that pretzel salt in it, or if you do that after. I'm pretty sure you do it after. I'm probably going to do it after. All grown up and ready for the oven. I don't like how that sounds. Quick view before they make their way into the heat. I feel like I've done something fundamentally wrong, as is pretty usual with most of my life. But I'm going to check on these probably after the first 5 minutes, and then probably every minute after that, because I have absolutely no idea how long pretzels are supposed to bake, or if, you know, I have it at the right temperature. But blasted by some heat there. Getting fat. Ooh, they dummy thick. The time has come. I thought it was going. Time has come. I just microwaved some butter. Oh god, I gotta get really low. So I'm gonna lather as much butter as possible onto these and then salt them up. Oh yeah. Oh, don't feel left out, bud. the final look. I poured way too much salt on that one right there, but that's probably mine. Honestly, I think they look pretty good. But, you know, I think the taste is the most important factor, so... If anything, I'm hoping that the butter and salt will mask any terrible mistakes that I made. 3, 2, 1. That's a passing grade, 100%. Wait,
Okay.
100% and passing are two different things. They were really hard when they came out, but I don't think I cooked them long enough.
Fail subscribe. Excellent.
I'm honestly going to throw some more butter on mine.
I'm surprised you have that glob of stuff in this.
Unfortunately, for purposes of the video, I think we were all really interested to taste the pretzels, and so we ate them, and we ate them quick, so they're gone. Everybody enjoyed them, and personally, I thought they tasted a lot better than what I was expecting. Just in general, I think this is the best thing that I've ever made without a strict recipe. So, you know, that's not saying much. But, I mean, if I were in a food court or just, you know, the mall or whatever, and I bought a pretzel and that's what I got, I wouldn't have been mad. And I'm not the kind of person that toots my own horn normally, but they're pretty good. So, I'm gonna give myself a B plus. Way better than the stir fry. So I think that's it for now. Thanks for watching. And remember, you always have to fail before you succeed.